Hello everybody, it's Brayton here with turn 30 of the game Chichimecas. So research and alterations completed. It's going to give us access to Mother Oak. We decide to cast that, or whatever else really. We also have mass protection, wooden warriors rather, and a few other things. Moors of the Earth, of course, assuming we can ever get an E2 mage, which so far we do not have a single one of. Anyway, I'm going to go Ench 6 as soon as possible, and on retrospect, I should have done it absolutely ages ago, because Ench 6 is, of course, where you get Arrow Fend, as well as Fell Vapours, Rigor Mortis, and all the rest. So, yeah, as a really boneheaded move to not do that, it'll probably take us, the best part of, well, let's say 3 turns to get from... It's probably the best part of 6 turns away at this point. To get 100 into, or 150 or so into 4, probably get to 5 the turn after that, so probably 2 turns to 5, and then, yeah, somewhere between 2 and 3 turns for level 6. So soon enough we'll have it. Hopefully it'll be in good enough time. But let's see what's happened in the meantime. So the guys over in Crimson Chichimeca are starting to claim things. The Throne of Knowledge doesn't really matter. I'd assume it's this one. As you can see, the Throne of Knowledge. It's just Lawmaster Sage, which, let's be real, is not even particularly practical as Chichimeca. At least I would say at the moment. But what we do have is all these guys doing their own Throne Knowledge thing with these skulls, so they're up to a delightful 27 RP. We didn't find any Bloodslays and Belfields. 3 Bloodhounds found 5 in Chichimeca, so I'm building an SDR. Hopefully at some point we can get a reasonable income. I probably should just retask them onto researching, but I'm being stubborn about it. Took control of Rim Mountains and Pink Chichimeca, thanks to those provinces being cleared basically by Domkill. And I see the events. So Rim Mountains, we had Plague, that's no good. Some things stealing children, False Pretenders. Most of these are on balance pretty bad, or at the very most mediocre. So we found some scouts, hired Chichimeca 3. And that's about what there is to that, and some more of these guys got promoted, but not too much happening in this turn, I imagine. I'm kind of setting up for going into 61. So new equipment for this guy, Storm Spool, which provides a source of basically stun, but real stun if anything hits him, and an Amulet Resilience just for the reinvigoration. He's not going to quite get to balancing out his encumbrance, at least on land, but under the sea it should be, I believe, acceptable, because it's only going to be 1 heat, so we don't have to worry about fire resist for that. And Silver Havoc, as expressed before, is an air shielded thing. It makes body prot 26, which we can further increase with bark skin and get to a really high level. Do we really need quick and self? Maybe, maybe not. Liquid body, swap the moss body for water shield, which is I think 4 or 5 points of defense, which is always handy, and ice shield, which is a protective force basically. It's additional prop, that's what it is. 50% of the time. Including versus AoE, but not against dumb negated things. It's just it's a strange mechanic, but it's Flying Shield and Ice Shield have the same one. It's pretty useful. There's also an item that gives it called the Jelly Bird that has never been forged in the history of Dominions 5. But it's a MA and LA Relia national item with which requires fire and astral, so you can see why it's a bit rare. But yeah, it provides protective force as well as a cool weapon, but you never see it. I believe, pardon me, the Amon Otep item Gazette or whatever it's called. Anyway, the big old skull, and there's also a dancing shield here, which is also PF20. But there's not too much more to be said about that. This guy, do I research? Do I keep blood sacrificing? I think we keep blood sacrificing with him, and just try and push things over here a little bit, because we don't want to be getting into a position where we're fighting in, you know, well, I'm not even entirely sure I'd bring the Asholol to that fight. Temptation is to do it, but I'd also kind of rather just fight in 6 turns time and go in with a bunch of air shielded buff lads and go and just hit him until he dies. But we'll see how that one goes. Maybe 11. Well, they're certainly at least going to make a try on 11. I think they might invade 38. I don't know. I guess we'd have to see. If they did, I guess I'd move these skulls about, but there's not too much I could do about it, really. So yes, probably go 61. How are we doing for gems, and how are we doing for water mages, importantly? So I'm thinking we could use a water breathing item, but at the same time, do I really want to use air gems for it? Not especially, but it might be required. Let's have a look. We're running JVBM, so that's a little bit cheaper. So, and breathing is 2 air gems rather than 10, for example. There's also a fire one actually, so I might do that. Get the old unquenchable torch out. Source of underwater heat, and also fire resist and water breathing. How's that impacted our research though? 552, go for it, why not? They'll be back on task next turn. Right, and I think that should probably be about it. In terms of recruitment, still recruiting Weechol. Our income has been buffed quite significantly by taking Pink Chichimeca, which is nice. But we are certainly at the point where we're actually having trouble doing all of our recruiting. That's just an unfortunate reality that we're in at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Pinch of Britain, and goodbye.